Hello and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever wondered why one plant thrives while another struggles, even when they get the same light and water? The answer might be something most people overlook completely: the container. Think about it. You give them water, you give them light. Yet, sometimes they just do not seem happy. The secret might be sitting right under their roots. The pot you choose affects drainage, airflow, temperature, root growth, watering frequency, and even nutrient availability. In other words, the container is part of the growing system, not just decoration. The container you choose is not just a home for your plant, it is a partner in its growth. A good pot helps roots breathe, it provides the right amount of moisture, it keeps the plant stable and safe from the elements. This guide will help you understand the world of plant containers. From terracotta or glazed ceramic to plastic and wood, from traditional clay pots to modern fabric, grow bags. Choosing the right pot can be the difference between surviving and truly thriving, and it can make your life much easier. Before we begin, please like and subscribe. It helps a ton. I appreciate it. Alright, let's begin with a true classic: the terracotta pot. These familiar orange-brown pots are made from baked clay and have been used for thousands of years. Their most important feature is their porosity. This means the pot itself can breathe, improving oxygen flow to the plant roots. Water evaporates not just from the soil surface, but also through the sides of the pot. This helps soil dry evenly, excellent for preventing root rot. They are also widely available and fairly affordable. Many gardeners love the timeless look. It weathers into a lovely patina. But porous means they dry quickly, especially in heat and wind. So you'll water more often. They're fragile. A small knock can crack or shatter them. In cold climates, damp walls can freeze and break. You need to bring them in or wrap them for winter. They are also heavy compared to alternatives like plastic. Terracotta is best for succulents, cacti, aloe, and jade, as well as Mediterranean herbs like rosemary and thyme that prefer drier soil. Basically, if a plant hates sitting in wet soil, terracotta is often the safest choice. Now their stylish cousin, the glazed ceramic pot. It starts as clay, then gets a glaze and second firing. The glaze makes them non-porous, sealing moisture in. And because they're sealed with glaze, ceramic pots retain moisture better than terracotta. They're excellent for indoor environments where watering consistency matters. They are often chosen for their appearance. You'll find endless colors and patterns to match any decor. Heft adds great stability. Now, for the drawbacks. They are heavy to move, can still break easily, and can be expensive. Many ceramic pots either lack drainage holes or have very small ones, and they can be difficult to drill safely. Without a good drainage hole, water can pool and cause root rot. Best plants for these types of pots include snake plants, pothos, philodendron, and peace lilies. These are ideal containers for indoor houseplants that prefer evenly moist, but not soggy, soil. Plastic pots are the most common and affordable option, coming in every shape, size, and color. Good quality ones can be quite durable and weather-resistant. Their biggest advantage is how lightweight they are. They are easy to move indoors or out, making large planters much easier to deal with. They're great for beginners and are kid and pet-friendly. Non-porous plastic retains moisture so you won't water as often versus terracotta. But plastic doesn't breathe. Overwatering can waterlog the soil. Dark plastic in hot sun absorbs heat, raising soil temps enough to stress roots. And many cheap plastic pots are not visually appealing, can crack easily, and aren't recyclable, adding to landfill waste. Still, they're great for annual flowers, tomatoes, peppers, basil, and mint. Basically, plastic works especially well for vegetables and fast-growing plants that need consistent moisture. Fiberglass combines strength with lightweight design. They offer a more sophisticated modern alternative, a more high-end type of pot. Made from glass fibers and resin, they are surprisingly lightweight yet strong. They can mimic stone, metal, or terracotta without the weight. Perfect for balconies, and they can have a long lifespan. Downside is cost, and they can crack if dropped. Quality also depends on the brand. Choose UV-rated, well-made pots to avoid fading and cracking. A hard impact can crack fiberglass, but it's tough for daily use. Great for high-end decks and plants like Japanese maples, lush ferns, and patio citrus trees, as well as large indoor plants like the rubber tree, for example. These are excellent containers for statement plants indoors or outdoors. Choose plastic for budget and lightweight. Choose fiberglass for premium look with low weight. Wood planters bring a warm, natural, rustic charm to any garden. They can be raised beds, window boxes, or standalone planters. Wood insulates, keeping roots cooler in summer and warmer during cold snaps, and they can provide good airflow if properly lined. Choose rot-resistant cedar or redwood for long life and beautiful weathering. Untreated wood touching damp soil will rot. Lining can help. And always add drainage holes. Avoid treated wood for edible crops. They can be heavy. Great for lettuces, strawberries, radishes, root vegetables, and acid lovers like blueberries. Fabric grow bags are for the more serious gardener. They are thick, breathable, non-woven felt that promotes superb roots. Air is allowed to reach the roots, which hit the fabric, the tips dry, and the plant forms dense feeder roots. It's called air pruning. It promotes healthy root systems. These containers are affordable, lightweight, foldable, and provide excellent drainage. But they dry quickly, look utilitarian, and are floppy until filled. They also have a shorter lifespan than other containers. They are excellent for potatoes, peppers, carrots, tomatoes, beets, and strawberries, to name a few. They are perfect for vegetable gardeners and for those with small spaces. Metal planters add a sleek, modern, industrial look. Galvanized steel, aluminum, or Corten steel. They're extremely tough, they won't crack from freezing or minor knocks. Metal is extremely durable and often long-lasting. It makes a strong design statement in modern landscapes. They are also resistant to pests, but the biggest issue is heat. Metal conducts and can overheat roots in the sun. Place them in afternoon shade or nest a plastic pot inside to buffer the heat. Metal can also cool quickly at night, causing temperature stress. And untreated metals can rust. Choose galvanized or coated finishes. Good plants for metal containers are ornamental grasses, sedums, drought-tolerant annuals, or hardy succulents in cooler zones. Metal containers are best in cooler climates or shaded locations. Concrete feels permanent, very heavy and stable for windy spots and large plants. Excellent insulation, extremely durable, and can last decades outdoors. But once set, it's hard to move. Lime can raise soil pH, so seal interiors if needed. They can also be quite expensive. Ideal for shrubs like boxwoods, and small trees like olive trees and dwarf conifers, as well as large ornamental grasses and roses. Concrete pots are best for long-term plantings that won't need frequent moving. Window boxes add instant curb appeal and a mini garden right outside your window. They maximize your vertical and horizontal space. They are great for apartments. Grow bright annuals, a handy herb patch, and trailing plants that spill down the wall. They are decorative and space-saving and provide easy access for harvesting. The challenge is that shallow soil dries quickly. You will need to water more often, especially in hot weather. Daily watering for sure. Also, you need to make sure you mount them securely. Boxes packed with damp soil are heavy and can fall if not properly secured. Use quality potting mix with water-retaining crystals and a slow-release fertilizer. Choose lightweight soil mixes to avoid stress on mounting hardware. Great plants for these containers are lettuce, spinach, and strawberries, as well as pansies, petunias, basil, and chives. Hanging baskets lift color and texture to eye level and are great for small spaces. They save floor space, improve airflow, and are great for trailing plants, but they dry out fast, especially if exposed to wind and sun from every direction. And they are hard to water thoroughly. Use strong hardware, coir or moss liners, and a hidden saucer to hold extra water. Using liners or moisture-retaining soil is essential, and a long watering wand helps. Classic basket stars include spider plants, ivy, geraniums, lobelia, and trailing petunias. Repurposed items turn thrifted finds into eco-friendly planters. Look around. Wooden crates, metal buckets, cracked watering cans, colanders, old boots, tires, or even an old toilet you might have kicking in your backyard. This is a time for you to use your imagination. The sky is the limit. Does it hold soil? Then it can grow a plant. They are often free or cheap, they reduce waste, and they show off your personality. Make sure to add drainage. And avoid containers that have held chemicals. The residue can harm plants. And some items, like tins, may rust through fast. Try potatoes in old tires, lettuce in a wine crate, or flowers in a painted bucket. Like I said before, the sky is the limit, and it all comes down to what you can imagine. Biodegradable pots made from peat, coir, or recycled paper shine for seedlings. You plant the whole pot, minimizing root disturbance and transplant shock. They decompose, adding a bit of organic matter. Cons include a short life, and some paper pots fail early. Great for seedlings, herbs, and annual flowers and vegetable starts. They are ideal for seed starting, not mature plants. Self-watering pots are brilliant for busy or forgetful gardeners. A reservoir and wick draw water up as needed, keeping moisture steady for days or weeks. They take the guesswork out and are perfect for vacations. But constant moisture harms succulents, cacti, and plants needing dry cycles. There is always a risk of root rot. Clean reservoirs to avoid algae, and fill via the spout so the system works properly. They can be more expensive than other planters and may require some maintenance from time to time. Great for thirsty houseplants like pothos, monstera, ferns, and peace lilies, as well as kitchen herbs like basil and mint, plus lettuce. Glass jars, like mason jars, look beautiful and show roots, soil layers, and moisture. They are popular but risky. They're inexpensive and easy to find, and ideal for rooting cuttings or tiny curated displays. Plus, they are great for propagation, but no drainage means pooled water and rot, and the sun can overheat roots like a greenhouse, and you need to watch for algae growth. If you must plant, add pebbles and charcoal and water sparingly. Use jars for temporary water propagations or very small managed displays. Not long-term. Plants that work well in glass jars are lucky bamboo, herbs grown in water, and cuttings like pothos or philodendron. Now let's bring it all together with clear, practical advice. Choosing a pot isn't complicated. Think about your space, your plant, and your style. The perfect pot supports strong roots and fits your maintenance routine. For beginners or small balconies, choose lightweight, forgiving options: plastic, resin, or fiberglass. They're easy to move and retain moisture. Fabric grow bags are fantastic for tomatoes and potatoes if looks aren't a priority. In hot sun, pick light-colored plastic to keep roots cooler. With more space, use heavier anchors like glazed ceramics for focal points, and concrete or large wood planters for shrubs and small trees. In windy spots, heavier containers stay put. For classic charm, terracotta. Just water more often and protect it in the winter. Experiment with a few types. Notice dry down speed and plant vigor. Pairing the right plant with the right pot creates a thriving mini ecosystem and happier gardening. There is no such thing as the perfect pot, only the right container for the right plant. When you understand how containers affect drainage, airflow, temperature, and watering, you stop guessing, and your plants start thriving. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe for more gardening deep dives, and comment below, what containers are you using right now, and what are you growing? Thanks for watching, happy growing, and I'll see you in the next one.